first game is Slam. All that you need to play are a few friends, a ball, and a wall. We have built some wooden slam boards and installed them at Damascus Regional Park and Ovid Hazen Wells Park, but any school will work too. Slam is a great way to get a lot of touches on the ball in a short period of time while also playing a competitive game. In its simplest form, the players are limited to 2 touches only. They form a line about 10 to 15 yards from the wall. First player in line must play the ball off the wall between the cone goals and then get out of the way while the next player tries to hit the wall, and then the next player and the next player, and so on. After taking their turn, each player returns to the back of the line and the game is repeated until someone misses the wall. The player who misses has 1 life taken away, and the game starts again with whoever is at the front of the line. Players also lose a life if the ball comes to a stop before the next player reaches it, or if the ball hits the shooting player while rebounding off the wall. If a player loses 3 lives, they are out of the game. The winner is determined when only 1 player is remaining with a life. And there are about 1 million variations we'll go into. The first variation is 2-touch alternating feet. Basically, if a player touches the first touch with their right foot, the next one must be with their left. Players should attack the ball, and the coaches should encourage good habits. For instance, their first touch should take the ball towards their opposite foot. You can also play 1 touch with this game if players are attacking the ball going forward. One thing to bear in mind, at the younger ages you shouldn't exclude players from the game after they have lost their 3 lives. Instead, have them count how many times they have missed and allow them to continue. After all, if they are getting knocked out easily, they most likely need to practice more than those who aren't. Also, if you have 10 or more players, when 4 or 5 of them have lost their 3 lives, have them start over again with a new game amongst themselves. While playing this same game, another slight variation would be to pull some extra cones off the wall about 1 yard or 2 and have the players make each ball off the wall come back at least that far. This will encourage them to be hitting the ball harder, cleaner, and striking it and still attacking at the same time. The next variation is 1 touch only. This is a great way for players to work on their technique of getting behind the ball and striking it cleanly. Watch the concentration. Great touch, Katie. At the younger ages, this is a tough one to do, so you have to gradually get them into this game.
Uh-oh.
Our last variation is 2v2. Basically, each team of 2 has 3 touches to play the ball off the wall, with each player having to touch at least once. It's a great way to get the players thinking about framing the goal, working together as a team, taking up correct angles, and shooting a ball that's coming at you. So how can you take these slam games and put them into a practice, and at what practice topic would it be used with? Slam allows players to work on quite a few areas of skills, including first touch, passing, receiving, shooting, and finishing. Coach can also use this time to assess each player and go over the proper techniques necessary to improve their technique. For instance, locking the ankle to strike the ball cleanly with the inside of the foot, being balanced and attacking the ball when receiving, striking the top half of the ball to keep it low when shooting. It's a great way of getting the competitive juices flowing for a practice session, so I tend to use it as soon as the players arrive. We usually play for 10 or 15 minutes, and during that time, I'm looking to assess that part of the game that I will be concentrating on for the practice. So if the topic of the session is passing, I'll be checking out their technique in this area, and the conditions that I put on the game will stress that technique. We will then go into some more skill work to start the regular practice, go through some games where we are stressing the passing game, and then possibly come back to Slam at the end of the session to see if there was any improvement. After playing a few times, I think you'll agree with me that Slam is a very simple way to improve their skill level at a rapid pace. It's also a great homework assignment. The siding on my house has taken a lot of abuse through many years of beating on it while playing Slam.